Hello, everybody. So, I think it has been a very long month. I think it's everybody is in our team is a struggle to work in the creative change books in the past month, and here I am. I think it's life is really unexpected. For a long time I worked in the oil and gas. I was in a very good industry at the time when the oil is really in the good industry, and at the same time when the oil price itself is dropping to $30 to $40 per barrel. I saw a lot of like kind of the disruptions. Is a lot of our clients having a restructurings, and that's where I realized that we cannot exactly predict the future so much. We can put so much investment at a time, but we cannot exactly predict it. But there are two indicators typically we can see for the changes. The two indicators is the flow of the money and the flow of the talents. And I think at Constellus, we believe that there are four futures that we need to really look at it. I think the four futures is really about the food, environment, data, and the space. Of course, a lot of people were asking that that's all of it, but in fact, it's actually is that every industry are important, but we feel that this industry are the one who will bring the human advancement as well as bring to help the inequality in the globally. So I think let's first talk about the food industry. So I think within the food tech industry itself, within the food market itself, the value of the market itself is 9 trillions. So there are so much opportunity over there, and the amount of investment at the moment is 51 billions. I think in myself growing in the rural area, and also visiting to a lot of the plantation. I can understand that the importance of the production of the foods, because the way I see when I interact to all the farmers, then the organizations, there are a huge amount of the inefficiency. That's where the opportunity will come from, because I think currently even in Indonesia there are 20% of the world hunger, so we cannot exactly meet with the current demand, and even the global insecurity, for example in the Russia-Ukraine war, will create the instability within the food supply chains because some of the food are too centralized. So the food technology is quite attractive because we want to focus more on more on efficiency, as well as how to particularly create create a decentralized that not particularly focus so much on particular country. And on the second part, I want to talk is about the green tech investments. I think it's about the green tech investment itself. At the moment, there are 755 billion investment will be coming, and we predict there are 5 trillion potential that will be theirs. I think that everybody is. When I was in the compliance solution as a strategist in one of the largest U.S. company, I deal a lot with the ESG compliance, and in one of the panel summit, I see that is some kind of the particular issue that is the company is actually so much focusing on social aspect, but not so much on the environment. But the thing is that when I was in Barcelona, I can see there is a particular of the external force. For example, a lot of the protests, everything, that it helped to change the policy within the government itself. For the starting point in the US and AU, they start to announce that the compulsory for the for the companies to have the GRE reporting system. I think this particular the force itself also is to change the business people side. In one of the project I did when I was in Kenya, it's one of the client, which is a telecom construction company, is consulting us how to particularly enter to the renewable energy sector itself. So I think that's a kind of like even like the exposure, the awareness that everybody is so connected that help us to really understand that the flow of the investment will be there, and the people who are interested in that sector are there. So I think for the third point I want to talk is, I think it's about the AI investments. I think when we talk about the AI, I think it's that in one of the leadership forum, when I first joined to the Constellus in one of the hospitality companies, I saw a very amazing presentation in one of the big techs. They show how the AI will change the way we work. By just typing something, you can create the data visualizations, you can create the PowerPoint itself. So I can already particularly see there is some kind of shiftings on the job that we are going to do in the futures. And it can particularly be seen on the way that in Singapore itself, the way that the government is trying to push people to be a more data-driven, such as the talent can go to a kind of like the courses for the data science, everything. And I think that will be a kind of the big driving force over there. And in other sector, they are quite interconnected as well, because when we deal with the efficiency, we need to build the infrastructure. So a lot of money will jump into the data infrastructure as well. That's something that is when I speak to one of the directors in the largest data centers construction company in China, she shared to me is about like the opportunities that a lot of the financial institute is requesting to have the constructions built for these data centers. You cannot exactly build in other country, but only in specific country because about the data privacy. And the way I see is that because the amount of the data is really become more important. So every country will need to have their own data center that will have a lot of significant investment over there. And I think it's the last point I want to talk is about the space. I think it's about the space itself. I think it's currently the market valuation we project is $1.1 trillion, and the current investment is only 286 billion. I think it's a lot of people will be questioning because in one of the space one of the event organized by the space agency, I was questioning one of the director. So what is the particular future of the space in the first place? Because the government spending for the particularly in the ASEAN are significantly lower compared to the US side. But I think it's the particular belief we need to think is that space is not itself is not just limited to the flying the rocket or anything. It's I think the currently itself is only like a disaster management, but at the moment there are kind of the focus to really like to do the microgravity, the market research among the space itself. And something that is quite interesting is that the pharma industry itself are quite interested in this industry. Historically, they are growing quite a significance, but within the pharma industry itself, I think it's the way they look at it that how about if, let's say, when we try to do the testing for the pharma, typically, let's say in the COVID time, we need 3 to 5 years time. But if, let's say, we can do in the space, in the very unique environment, we can shorten that in 2 years. So will be a very revolutionary. And the pharma industry itself, they have a lot of the capital. That's where the investment will be coming there. So I think to synthesize is that I think it's that the four futures, food, environmental, space, and data can help not only on the human advancement as well as, but it can help also on the inequality, because we create the foods for people who at the moment is not sufficient, and we try to make a changes on the way that we do the operations, and the advancement we have in the space itself can be implemented in many ways that we cannot really know. I think, yeah, thank you.